recent news, people have been talking about the transportation or trucking industry, how there's a shortage of drivers, and statistically, the current age of most drivers in North America, they said is around 50. 10 years ago, they said that age was around 40. There seems to be issues with trucking transportation shortages all over North America, Canada included, with protests in Canada regarding a vaccine mandate currently causing a lot of controversy. And in the US, now they're contemplating, or they're going to push forward with a bill that allows 18 to 20-year-olds to drive trucks across state lines. This is supposed to help alleviate the trucking shortage, which I personally don't think it will do much. They said there's 80,000 vacancies in trucking. I don't think right now, I have no problem with the bill to introduce where it allows 17 to 18-year-olds to drive transport trucks. I think they have to have 400 hours of supervised driving with an experienced driver, and then they are monitored for 2 years. I have no issue with that. They let 18-year-olds vote. They can carry weapons in a lot of places. They can go to war. If you go to some countries, 18-year-olds are leading families, going to in the woods to fetch firewood, or working in mines. They're basically doing anything an adult man can do, which I don't see an issue with that. It's 18 to 20. Some people do have an issue because statistically that age range causes the most accidents. I always thought it was teenagers, to be honest. Well, it may be similar because some states you get your driver's license at 15, 16, some places 17, 18, 19, 20. It depends on the state. What I think some have an issue is with that statistic, and they think that there's going to be more road accidents. I can't say that won't be the case, but at the same time, I still think it's a viable solution. I think if they're trained well and supervised. I also read that they are going to give them monitoring equipment in the truck, which is also not a bad idea. I'm just thinking that I don't know if that's going to alleviate the current situation in regards to truck driving. It seems to not appeal to a younger demographic like it once did. I don't know if it once did or not, but for some reason, right now it doesn't seem to appeal to a younger demographic, and it looks like they want to change that. You're going to need more than just 18 to 20 year olds though. You're going to need people who are interested, who are over 20, 21, between 20 and 30, or 20 and 35. I think to garner more interest, you're going to need more pay. It's not so much just bringing on 18 to 20 year olds. But that's sort of beside the point, I guess, with the bill is in regards to recruiting or encouraging more truck drivers, which it should be part of the main point. But they're right now going to pass the bill first. Currently, 18 to 20 year olds can transport goods with semi trucks within their own state lines. What's interesting to me is, okay, you can drive hundreds and hundreds of miles within Texas and California, or maybe even 1,000 in California, and you can't go outside the state line. But you can't drive 1 mile across state line to deliver something. Yeah, that looks kind of weird. So I kind of see how that could change the logic if this bill is passed. Again, I have no issue with it because they're already driving transport trucks anyway within state lines. So I'm not sure as to how this will affect the statistics in regards to accidents. What I mean, the accident's going to happen across state lines. I don't know if that's going to increase or not, because again, they're already driving transport trucks or semi trucks within their state lines. And so, yeah, to just allow them to cross the border, it may be a shorter trip for some. Some maybe only need half a mile, right? You're going from town to town, municipality or county to county. I think it is a solution. I mean, it's better than doing nothing. It's better than doing nothing. Because right now, I mean, we can see it in our stores. One day you go and the product that you want or the food that you want is not there. The next week it's there. But then something else you want is not there. This has been my experience with the supply chain problem. So I don't think it's a bad idea. I just don't think it's going to be a huge, drastic improvement. I think you have to do this among other things. I think there are more solutions to be added in to resolve our supply chain problems in regards to the trucking industry. I think there should be, considerably more benefits, more pay afforded to them and their families. Again, I mean, you're having protests in Canada. In the US, you're just not having anybody interested in driving. So, well, the protests in Canada are about the vaccine mandate up there. The truckers having to deal with the vaccine mandate. That I'm not going to touch. But as far as like adding more drivers, you're going to need a lot more incentives. I think the pay has to be attractive, right? They're away from their families, away from home. It's not exactly a stable, it's a stable job, but it's not exactly, you're not exactly stable in the same city. Depending, I mean, there are some drivers where they only drive like 2 or 3 hours a day away a day, or make 2 or 3 trips for those 2 or 3 hours, going from one city to the next, and those cities are pretty close by. I think that would, if I was driving a truck, I'd probably prefer that. But again, we need things transported over borders. We need them transported in and out of the country. So it's going to require a longer distance. Also, it makes me think about, again, I'm losing track of the movie I saw, or the show, where they had the self-driving cars. They also had self-driving transport trucks. I don't think that's in the near future as far as alleviating the supply chain issue and taking stuff across the state lines. So this small fix will help in regards to allowing the teenagers, quote unquote teenagers, to drive across state lines and transport things in semi-trucks. And I like the approach with having 400 hours of supervised driving, and then after that they're monitored for another 1 or 2 years, which I think should kind of develop them into a seasoned driver, once they're in their mid-20s, if they decide to stay with the career path. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment, or you feel free to send me an email, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for listening.